What's good, Kiss Canadians? I'm back again, man. I'm back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Chris and Queen situation, Chris and Queen separation, Chris and Queen divorce, Chris and Queen, Chris and Queen, Chris and Queen, Chris and Queen. We are going to be talking about Chris and Queen, and particularly to Chris. So, as you know, they have different reasons why they are separating and why they are going through what they are going now. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming Chris. I'm not blaming Queen. I'm not blaming the audience, you and I. People can get used to each other and they start to get bored. They start, to feel like they don't want to live with each other anymore. So it's natural. And as you can see, all of us are not where we were born. For example, some of us do not live with our parents anymore, or because we didn't feel like we want to live with our parents anymore. They are our parents. We had to stay with them, but we couldn't because we felt like there is no need to live with our parents anymore. So it's a natural thing. But being a couple involves so many things, responsibilities and obligations. So it's pretty good to look at it at a different angle to see what can be done to avoid a broken marriage or something like that. Okay, so now, going now to talking about this, I'm going to be addressing myself particularly to Chris and also to Queen, and I will start with Queen. As you know, Queen, you have a big heart, and I could see that through your songs and your messages, you always tolerate, you always persevere, you always want to wait and see what tomorrow will bring, to see if your man would change, if your man will become what you want him to be. Or also if your man would start to give you the attention you needed, as you mentioned in several videos. So it came to a point where you could not take it anymore, and you had to let it go. So this is the reason why I'm going to be focusing more in addressing myself to Chris and not to Queen particularly, and see what Chris can do in order to fix things up, because it's not too late yet. It's not too late. It could become late, but it's not too late yet. And yeah, first of all, Chris, I went through your videos and I could see what you were doing and what you were saying online, and actually on YouTube, on Instagram, and everywhere else. I follow you, man. I like you. I love you, no homo. But I like you as a person. I like you as a man, and I support you 100 as a man. I support you. Whatever you do, wherever you go, I will support you. Because I feel close to you, socially, on social media, though we do not know each other that much. But I feel connected to you. I feel like I could become a very good friend of you. So with that feeling, I have to address myself to you as my friend. So you have to know one thing about me. I don't hold up things to my friends, to the people I love. If I like you, if I love you, if I like you, I will advise you. And if I don't, I will keep quiet and I will just let it go. So to you, as a friend, as somebody I feel like could become a friend, a very good friend of mine, I'm going to be telling you what, as a man, I could do. As a man, a family-oriented man, I could do in order to avoid what could become regrets of tomorrow. Okay, so I'm not part of the team that is blaming you. I think you understand that, Chris. I'm not part of the team of, especially ladies in the comment sections. I can see everyone is blaming Chris, like blah 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 blah. Who hasn't made a mistake? You are in your marriage right now. Are you perfect in that marriage, man? Are you perfect in that marriage? So you're not making any mistakes? You never have an argument with your partner. You never done this, you never done that, you never done this. So you are an angel in that marriage. You've never done anything wrong in that marriage. So, if that's the case, or if you are a human being like everyone else, like me, or like myself, or like Chris, you must have made mistakes. So it's not good to always point fingers to somebody because they made a mistake. It can be fixed, you know. It can be, mistakes can be made, and it's up to someone now to fix those mistakes before we start to point on fingers and we start to hate and drop messages that can actually bring somebody down. I like the way Chris is handling it, because otherwise, man, it can become so easy for someone to go through difficult times because of the comment I can see in the on Chris's videos and on social media platforms. So I'm not actually going to be looking into that very much. Let's address this problem straight away. So Chris, as a man, I see that you started your video when saying that the reasons why you had to leave Queen, saying first of all, you have to make sure that you agree, you are in a good relationship with your partners or your wife or your girlfriend's family. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. And this is what I'm going to address first of all. Because of what? Because you, at 17 years, as a young teenager, engaged into this life of you and Queen. At 17 years old, I'm not going to tell you that there is a parent who would be drinking wine, or a parent who is going to be celebrating because their daughter got pregnant by a 17 years old boy. No. Not at all. No one is going to sing for you. No one is going to dance for you, because at 17 years old, you got a 17 years old girl pregnant. No one is going to dance for you. So you have to accept your mistakes. You have to accept that you made a mistake, and you humble yourself and put yourself in your lane. Stay in there so that people can correct you. And as you grow, you can fix whatever part of people's heart that you broke. Okay? So I can see Chris's mom as a parent, and how you broke her heart by getting Queen pregnant at 17 years old. You could still be in high school, and at that age, parents are looking at their children's life in a different way. So I don't blame your family, your wife's family. I think you initiated everything, you started everything. And I'm not actually going to condemn it, what you did, because we can see baby Chris as a blessing out of whatever you did. And because of that, now you have a blessing. You have baby Chris as a blessing. You should go back now and start to fix whatever mistakes you made in the past with your family, your wife's family. Okay? I heard actually your sister-in-law going online, live online, saying you were very rude to her mom. You called her mom names and stuff like that. You know, it's up to you now to start to fix those things. Don't look at it as something that was broken and it's not fixable. You need to go back and apologize. Say sorry to whatever you did. Apologize to Chris's mom and her family, so that you can be in a good relationship, and together you can be blessed. You know, that as a Christian, that's what you have to do. There is no way out. You are not going to say you are going to be going out there into the bars, into here and there, feeling that that's how you should live, and God is going to be pleased with that. Not at all. You need to go back. Back and fix those mistakes, man. And I will give you an example, because you are also a parent. Just try to imagine today that someone will come, suddenly they take CJ, your son, and they say, from today on, CJ is going to be serving in the military. So CJ, because he has this sense of humor, is going to be making people laugh in the military ship, in the battleship. How will you take that? You won't agree with that, will you? So that's the same feeling, just put yourself in that situation, and the same feeling you have about Chris is the same feeling that Queen's mom had when when Queen became pregnant at 17 years old. And as you know, as a parent, you should actually come back to your senses, apologize, and look for a way of living peacefully with your families. So the second reason is about unhappiness in your relationship. Unhappiness in your relationship can be due to so many other things, man. Like, for example, let's say I imagine that you living with Queen without her family being happy about your relationship could generate so many things, because Queen will, whether you like it or not, Queen will talk to her mom, Queen will talk to her siblings, and Queen will still have to get advice from her mom. If her mom does not like you, does not like the way you do things, she will not give her an advice of staying with you. And that could always bring in problems and problems and problems. That's why I started with this first issue, saying you need to go back and fix the mistakes you made. Apologize. It's just simple. Go back, take whatever you think that can please that family or Queen's mom. Take Queen with you, fly, go there, apologize, say, Mom, it's just that simple. It's not going to kill you. Bring whatever you have, a gift, whatever you have, man. Or you just yourself if you don't have anything. Go and say, Mom, I come to you. I know we made this mistake. We made this, we did this, and we did that. As a man, I come to you. I apologize, and I want, as your son, now I want to live with your daughter for the rest of my life. I want you to bless me, and I want to be in good relationship with you and with the rest of the family forever. I trust, because, you know, Queen, looking at how Queen handles things and looking at Queen's sense of humor, I think she must have gotten that from her mom. And her mom will be willing, very willing to forgive you. And she will bless you. You will be well off, both of you. Okay, so if you go back and apologize, this is potentially what's going to happen. And Queen's mom will always be happy to see you and Queen together. There is no way out. Okay, so that could be part of what could generate the unhappiness in your family. But there are also several other things that I don't know and I'm not aware of, because as you said in your video, saying there are so many things we don't know, which is true. We do not know, we do not connect personally, physically, so that you can tell us, you can tell me everything, but I can say that there are so many other things. But that's just fact number one. Try to fix things, man, and you will be happy. And remember, I'm saying this not as to hate you, but to try to advise you as a man who would see you fix their families. I am a family-oriented man, and I have very strong family bond, and I have very strong family orientations. That's why I see you at 17 wanted to become a father, and then you stayed with your wife for 5 years. That's a lot to lose in one month, man. It's a lot to lose. And just leave it for someone else to take it? No. This is why I'm advising you, so that you can go back into your senses and try to fix things, okay? You and I agree on this, I know, and you agree that, you know, you need to go back and fix this. So how? It's easy. Follow my steps and you will be a happy man tomorrow, okay? So step number 3, we are going to be looking at actually unhappiness as we talk about the different points, different issues you raised in your video. You also said that you fell off God's way. So you were Christians, you were devoted Christians, you were following God's way, you were praying God to bless you, you were praying God to give you what you have now, or maybe what you are planning to have, or maybe what you are planning to have in the future. And God said, well, my son, my daughter, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to give you this. I will make you famous on social media. I'm going to give you this and that and that. So now you can see you become very popular. You become so rich because you have so much money. Now you say, oh, to hell that God who blessed me. Excuse my language, everyone. He's not going to be happy, man. And I'm really happy because at least you recognize, you know that you are not in God's path. And that's why things have started to fail off. I will advise you to go back and repent, you know. Repent. Go and see your pastor. the one, for example, who blessed your marriage. Or you can go back to your church, talk to them, call them, seek advice. They have plenty of ways of advising you, man. Talk to the men, to people, to the servants of God. They will have a way to advise you, and you will continue your path, and blessings will continue to fall on both of you. That's only what I can say about being a Christian and not following God's way of doing things. I'm telling you, it's so easy. God can bless you and can take His blessings back just in a matter of seconds, like that. And you will be surprised, and tomorrow you will start to regret saying, if I knew, if I knew. No, it's not time to say if I knew. It's time to go back, and as you feel like you have that that urge, or you have that hunger of going back to God, do it together with your wife, not just by yourself. With your wife, she's your wife, and you know very well. So you said that marriage can be broken even if God put it together. No one can break it. You can always break. No, God did not say that. He said you should stay together as one for the rest of your lives, no matter what. And the very question you answered is, are you going to take Queen as your wife for good and for worse? And you said, I do. This is the time now for worse temptations, because of money, because of what you have, because of fame. Are you still going to stay with Queen, or are you going to say, no, I don't? So those are vows you made. As a vow, God considers it. You started to go out and about, looking for different ways of, living your life. But man, that's not the way. Go back to God, apologize, repent, talk to people, to God's servants. They will show you the way. Repent, and everything will come back together. Okay? Now, the other thing you mentioned in your video is that you came from nothing, and now you have something. So you came from nothing to something, and now you want to enjoy life. Oh, my boy. Yeah, I agree. So when we don't have anything at all, we can feel like, I need to do this, and you have plans, you have ambitions, and you have desires of things you would like to do. And now that you have money, you want to go even beyond what you thought you would do. Chris, there is no way you are going to find happiness out of your marriage. No way. So, because of this, now you say you want to go out, you want to be this, you want to be that, you want to be that. Now, as a man, you have to know that you are different from your peer group. Okay? For all the members of your peer group, here I'm talking about Armand, I'm talking about Trey, I'm talking about the other guy I'm seeing you with. I can't remember his name, but I like him. Salute to you, man. They are all single. They might have girlfriends, but they are not married. Okay? So you, as a father, as a husband, should not behave like them. Okay? So this is direct to you, and if you are a man, you should not behave like Armand, like Trey. No. Those are very, very young. Trey is only 19 now, and Armand is 21. Okay? So you are not supposed to be living like them. They want to go to clubs. You have obligations. You have responsibilities. You have a whole wife and a son at home. So that's not how you are going to enjoy life. You have these responsibilities. You have to actually come back to your senses and be part of their lives too. Because you are not going to be leaving your wife, as she said in her song, saying you come back at 6. I don't say that going out, you are going to be doing things and maybe sleeping with women out there. No, you could be going out and just drinking and enjoying the company of your friends outside. There is nothing bad about it. But remember that you have a wife at home and a whole son, a whole child at home who are waiting for you. And as your wife, she's not going to be sitting down there not knowing where you are, worrying about if the police caught you, if this happened, if people did. Come on now, Chris. Okay? So there are limitations. If you want to follow the family life and you want to be the husband as you always are, there are certain things that we cannot do. So there are certain things a man will never do as a husband compared to how they were when they were younger or when they did not have any commitment, any conjugal commitment. Like Trey can go out, he can sleep wherever he wants. Arman can go out, he can go and drink with whoever he wants. He can go in whatever kind of club or pub he wants. Because he doesn't have anyone to report. He doesn't have any responsibilities yet. He doesn't have a son, he doesn't have a child, he doesn't have a wife. A girlfriend is a girlfriend living at their place, at their home. And those are not his responsibilities. You have Queen. And I do not blame Queen when she says she's fed up. Seeing you going outside all the time, because I can see you on Snapchat, on Instagram, everywhere. Men who like that life. That's not the life of a husband. So to fix this, you need to come back to your senses as a husband. And try to be home for your wife and for your son. So with your wife, you could still do wild things. Like you could say, okay, my wife, today we don't want to be home. Let's go out into a club. You could go out in a club. But how about your son? You are not going to be taking CJ into a nightclub, will you? So as a man, as we grow, there are certain things we need to give up. It's not that because it's not good for it's not good. No, we want to do it. We want to be out there. We want to be in clubs. We want to be kissing women, dancing with women, looking at women, twerking. We want to look at all those. But because we have responsibilities as men who claim to be men, responsible, and who want to be respected, we have to go back into our obligations and stay with our families. So that's what you have to do. If you do that and you see that Queen still misbehaves, blame me. Blame me for the rest of your life, man. Blame me. Because she said she does not get the attention she needs. And this is the attention. How are you going to give the attention to your wife when you are not home? You always go out. You are always out with your friends. You always want to be out. You always want to fly here. You always want to be in this pub. You always want to be here and there. Man, that's not how it goes. Okay? As my friend, I advise you, to stay as a husband and to behave as a husband. I will tell you an example. For example, you look at CJ So Cool, okay? I'm just naming people you know. CJ So Cool does not do as much as he would like to do. Why? Because he has the whole family at home. He has children, though they are not his, but he has children, they are his responsibilities now, and he has royalty. Because of that, he stays home. He doesn't go to pubs anyhow, and whenever he goes to pub, he will make sure that he is with his girlfriend. Royalty. You just want to go out, you leave Queen alone at home, that's not going to work at all. Okay? You can make arrangements. If you want to go out to please your wife, you can actually say, Perfect Life, stay with CJ, look after CJ, we want to go out. But Perfect Life also she also has her own ways, her own things to do. Okay, so she's not going to be babysitting CJ for the rest of her life. No. Perfect Life is not a parent yet. And you are not going to make her a parent. Okay, she doesn't want to have children. Because she said she's not going to be having children. And if she wants to have children, it could be through her partner.
Y'all are goals. If one of you happen to get a sperm donor, which one of you have the baby? Tay, I'm not doing that. I look like what I look like.
So how are you going to make Perfect Love a parent? It's going to have very severe consequences on CJ's life, as we can see now, okay? So we see that CJ's behavior changing really, really quickly. And I'm not the only one. If you read your comments in your comment sections, you will see that people are mentioning things like, for example, CJ has done this, CJ is becoming like this, Arman is training CJ, Arman is showing CJ how to misbehave, use bad language, and so forth. Those are coming in because you are not present as a man at home. Okay? So, if you are still watching, let's go quickly into so many other things that you mentioned. So, to conclude this point, I would say what? I would advise you men to refrain from nightlife. Unless it becomes part of your profession, you want to go and record, you want to go and sing, so it's part of your profession, your wife knows where you are and why you went out, okay? So it's not going to be just, you just want to go out, drink, and stay with your friends. That life belongs to the people who do not have commitments, people who do not have wives, people who do not have children. Okay, you already have a wife, you already have a child. Even if you want to get rid of your wife, you cannot get rid of your child. So the child, unless they die, they are your child, and you have the obligation to be there for them for the rest of your life. So that life is something you need to start to give up now as we speak. Okay, other than that, you also mentioned something like you did not have sex with your wife for several months. How can this happen? Because you are both actually in a situation where no one is happy at home. So sexual acts are things you do when you are all happy, stable, and you feel, you feel a sense of being in love with each other. But you were not in love with each other. Why weren't you in love with each other? Because of these few problems we are addressing here. That's a consequence of everything. And I understand you as a man. Because of that, how are you going to survive, man? You are not going to survive without in a marriage without having sex. So you are going to be looking for a way of having it outside. That's why you ended up cheating and so forth. I can understand you. I understand you as a man, 100. I understand you. But that's not the reason why you should actually misbehave. So as you can see, going back to our first point, you are the one to start to recreate, to rebuild, to reform your family, and everything will be normal. Okay, so I actually watched another video, and I can see some other people, your wife. I can also see your wife, and I could hear her sister saying you have money issues. Money issues. Money is not a devil, as people always say it is. No, money is not a devil. To me, I would say money is the Holy Spirit, between, quotes. The Holy Spirit of the world. It governs everything in this world of ours. So if you have money, you might have most of what you desire. Okay? So try now to look at money as something that can change your life in a negative way or in a positive way. I don't know, how you manage your money, but I can say that Queen's family, claiming that Queen does not have anything out of the money you earn, that can become a big problem. So as a couple, you need to look at a way of managing your money. Examples, I can give you examples. Like for example, you could say, Queen, this is our money, okay? We are going to be splitting it. Because, your wife also has her own needs and wants. She wants to buy this, she wants to buy that, she wants to support her family. You are not going to be controlling all the money. Otherwise, it's going to give you a headache. Knowing that, oh, she needs this for makeup, she needs this for her mom's makeup, she needs this for this and that. It's going to bother you. Knowing that she's actually taking it. To avoid that, what I see many couples do is that they will actually split it. They will split the money into two. This is the husband's account and this is the wife's account. And what happens, you have a third account which is going to be a family account, a saving account. So if you earn 100, let's say you get 40, you give yourself 40, you give Queen 40, and that's 10 you put it into your family saving account. That's how things can become a little easier. Why? Because Queen, she has her own money. She's not going to be bothering you when she wants to buy makeup and so forth. She knows you have your own. You are not going to be bothering her when you want to buy different things for men or different other things. You want to drink with your friends, you want to buy this and that for your friends, or support your family in buying things. No. She knows that there is a family, your family, Chris and Queen family saving account here that nobody can touch unless it's a family issue. So you have to come back together and say, we decide to use this particular amount for this cause for our family. That will make things much, much, much easier. Instead of controlling, being the one who wants to control everything, you just want to say, you have the 100 and you put it together in your pocket, and you are the one, you want to now say, okay, Queen, take this, go and buy your makeup. Take this and go and buy. It's going to give you too many problems. Men, trust me, I know. It will give you many problems because women have so many wants than we do. And we cannot handle the fact that women always want to spend. We cannot. So let her spend her own money. The one she knows, this is mine. I can spend it anyhow. So let her spend that money and spend yours anyhow you want and leave your family saving account at peace. That will be much easier. Much, much easier. Trust me, man, that will be much easier. And I don't know what other people can say, but that's how I see things becoming really easy, and responsibilities and blames from families and friends will go really, really down, and you are all going to go to grow together. So now, let's go back now to actual facts. These are actually what has caused you to separate. As a man, pardon me, I want you to be together. I want you to go back to your wife. I want you to get your wife back before it's too late. Why am I saying this? It's because I see both of you still like each other. Both of you still love each other. But your love is in a shell. It's in that shell. You have to remove that shell so that your love can flourish. Okay? Why am I saying this? I could say that, look at what you've done. Okay? So together, you were meant to be together for the rest of your lives. And you are going to progress. Now, whoever comes into your life will not know what you went through to start to become what you are now, man. No one knows that. They just see you being famous. But they do not know. Some of the pictures I saw on your last song you posted last night, or you know, you were super skinny and you didn't look really. You were what you were. And it's only Queen who understands what you were going through at that very moment. And you made plans and you said, let's do this, and let's do this. And today you are what you wanted to be. Why do you want to break this chain while you can still build and build and build and have that house by the lake? So that's my question. Why do you want to break? There is no way that one of you separately is going to get what both of you could get together. Never. Okay? So if you stay together, I can see you are both very creative and very intelligent. If you work together as a team in a family, I know you will do wonders. Trust me, you will do wonders. And now, if you neglect, somebody else is going to steal that away from you, and you will be the one to watch out and saying, she used to be my wife. I'm telling you this, I'm just telling you. You can actually end up having regret. No matter what you have, okay? No matter what you have, no matter what you earn, no matter what you can become. But you are going to be living with that regret, seeing Queen out there, and you're going to be like, she used to be my wife. If I knew, I wouldn't do this. I would have done things differently. I would have done this and this and that. Okay, so it's time now. Go back and get your girl back, man. Go back. You know what to do. Here now, I'm not going to be telling you what to do. I'm not going to tell you that do this and do that and do that in order to get the Queen back. You know better, because you know what can make her happy, you know what can make her smile, and you know what you can do as a man to get her back. I know, you've been living together for 5 years. It's so easy if you are willing to, to go and get her back in one night. As for me, myself, trust me, boy, trust me. If I want to go back and get my girl back, whatever the situation, she will have me back. She will, because I know what to do, okay? I know what to do. And it's not actually enormous. It's not like I'm going to be buying her a whole house. No. It could be just a simple act. Like something she used to appreciate, something she likes about you. And it could be just tickling her. You tickle her a little bit and she smiles and the rest will follow. Okay? It could just be a simple smile. You look at her and you tell her something and she says, oh boy, she will not resist that. So men, you know what to do. Go back and get your wife back before someone else takes her forever. I'm not blaming whatever is going on. I'm not actually condemning everyone. And to my men, Clarence, if you are watching this, again, salute to you. I have nothing against you. I'm just trying to save a marriage here, man. And if this is saved, we will pray that you also can get someone who will take you right up there. Because I know you are claiming and you will be right up there, okay? But we are trying. If it's going to be Queen, okay. If it's going to be someone else, we will pray for you. But we are trying to save this marriage. And to me, I don't want to see people going through divorce and separation. Man, divorce are so common and separations are so common in our lives today that people takes it so easy. But trust me, it's not easy at all. It's not easy. Going through the divorce process and separation and living with that, it's not an easy thing. No. Consequences are huge, especially to children. I'm not going to be enumerating them here. You can go online and see, just like Google, the consequences of, even here on YouTube, just try to type consequences of divorce and separations on children. You will see. I don't want CJ to end up being in this particular pit where he's going to find himself among the rest of the people who are suffering from separations and divorces. I cannot talk about that now. I can if you want, but I don't have time. But it's a whole bunch of things going on there. Okay? And I wouldn't wish to see CJ actually going through the same things. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, Queen, you end up having another man. You say, okay, I'm not going to be living with Chris anymore. I'm going to find myself another man. It's not going to be easy to find a man like CJ So Cool who will take your child or your children and look after them as his own. No. Many men won't do that. And your children, your child will become a subject of fight in that particular relationship. Why? Because of this, you will see. Okay? Many situations like this, men, no, you will see, and that's not something you want yourself to be in. Trust me. If a man does not like your child, you will hate them. Because you are not going to be seeing your child suffering, crying, fleeing the house, or not getting, or being depressed because of your man, because of your new man. No. Okay? So that's just one example. Or you cannot, it's not going to be easy for Chris as well to find another woman who will tolerate CJ at home and give her all the attention that you, your wife, Queen, would give him. It's not easy. Not easy, it's a big challenge. Many couples have tried and tried and tried. You can do your research and you will see. And it costs a whole grace from God to find someone who will become a better partner, or who will become a good partner, who will take your children, who will look after your children, and who will avoid all the consequences of your divorce or separation to your child. Okay? So I'm not going to be talking too much like a teacher. I feel like I've talked so much. Oh man, that's a lot of time. So I have to stop. If you like this, Comment down below what you think about what I just shared with Chris and Queen. And if you also have something to say about them, put it in the comment section, man. I know for sure they will watch this video and probably will change their lives, okay? Whatever you have to say, man, put it down there in the comment section. And I will see you in the next video. Remember, Case Canadians, we need to stay strong. We're about to hit 1,000 subs, man. We are going to celebrate. To me, you know, having a family of 1,000 members, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. And I'm like, man, I love my family. I love you, Case Canadian family, man. I love you all. And remember to share the news. Ask your friends to subscribe and ask everyone else to subscribe. Share our videos. Watch those videos for the sake of our love. I love you, so share the love back. And let's grow together. We will see ourselves in a few months, how we are going to go, and if we are going to start to organize meets and greets, okay? There is a way. As I told you before, I have so many ways of doing things, man. Americans will be coming to Canada to meet and greet, okay? So that's just one simple spice I'm actually sharing with you. So we are going to be doing things. Like, you know, an example would be, I take all the Canadian supporters, all the Case Canadian families living in Canada, whoever will be free, we'll rent a whole hotel and we stay there for 1 week. We are going to be playing music. So then we invite different kind of other YouTubers, or we invite a different kind of artists, musicians, and so forth. We play, we dance, we drink, whatever we can do for a whole week. Just for the Case Canadian family, man. Trust me, I have things in my pocket. Let's grow, and you will see. Mark my words. I have to go. I love you. No homo. And I will see you in my next video. Remember, subscribe, share the video, share the love, man. Love you.